Hey, everybody. No, it's not my mask. It's National Sleep World Sleep Day. Ugh.
I'll go back to sleep.
Hi, Dave. Welcome back.
Hey, I didn't know it was National Sleep Day. It's a Friday. I'm ready to go back to bed.
After that long trip to Disney, huh?
Oh my goodness, that was so much fun. We had an absolute blast. Now, if you're planning on going to Disney, though, you got to know you can't interact with any characters, like because of the COVID stuff, right? We kind of expected a little bit of that, but like the streets are almost completely clear of characters.
Oh,
Magic Kingdom does have no parades, but they'll have like a little mini parade, like one float with some characters on it, and then a couple of dancers, and then a complete crew making sure that the crowd doesn't get too close, that they do the social
can't
distancing.
run up and hug Goofy. Oh, or Minnie.
Right?
They love
Yeah.
running up and hugging Minnie Mouse.
And the princesses are behind like this like little almost like a barrier or whatever. And what happens is they'll come out and they'll wave to all the little kids. But the problem is that all the little girls will come and swarm that barrier, and then they're required to go back in. So you'll only see, very intermittent princesses around Cinderella's castle.
And there's
Um,
like a fence separating everybody, isn't there?
Yeah, and we didn't see any characters at Animal Kingdom, and we only saw Pooh Bear at Epcot, and he was in a field, like so all the kids are like waving to him off in the field. So
Oh, that's that's not enjoyable for the children that they can't go near the characters.
yeah, we were a little bummed about that. It was still Disney, so it's of course a lot of fun,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that if you're expecting to have a lot of character interaction, or if you got young kids that really want to give like Pooh Bear a hug, not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because normally you'd go and Pooh Bear's got a whole lineup of little mini huggers on them, right? Uh,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, it was strange to me because the lines all have like 6 feet apart, social distancing, and you're required to wear a mask and everything, of course, right? But what was funny is that nothing else was social distancing. So you had to be social distance once you got on a ride, but as soon as you let them off the ride, the kids are pushing through you to get to the next ride so they can wait in line for another hour. But yeah, so get ready in the social distancing, but they didn't clean the rides or anything between people. And when people were gathering in large groups and stuff, they didn't disperse them, so it was just shoulder to shoulder humans until you get in line for a ride, and then it's 6 feet apart. So I think it was more of the illusion of safety rather than true safety. So, which
But you had your masks on all the time, right?
yeah, but there was a lot of people like in the big crowds and stuff that Epcot drinking a beer without a mask. The mask is around their neck, and they're standing in a big crowd of people. I don't know if
Yeah.
they're supposed to be doing that, but they were. So I guess if you're uncomfortable having interaction with that many people, I didn't get corona. Knock on wood, right? I haven't had it. Not going to get it. But we were there with literally shoulder to shoulder people. Um, all for 5 days at the park. So yeah, so get ready. Now the cool thing though is that they do check your temperature before you go in, so maybe that helps a little bit.
And they have hand sanitizing stations everywhere.
Yes, yeah.
That's good.
So I kept my mask on. I sanitized a ton. I feel great. You know what I'm saying? There was 11 of us that went, and everybody did fine. Little bummed about no characters, and all the shows are shut down. There are no shows,
Ah,
and certain rides are shut down because of that too. So get ready for maybe not as large of crowds because they've got a limited capacity. So book your tickets in advance because the capacity is reduced, but the lines are longer because there are less things to do. So instead of people sitting and watching a show or hanging out at the eatery or engaging with the characters, all there is to do are those, those 5-7 rides that are open. So they fill up like that. So you got to get there early, go to the back of the park and start those rides first, and then move your way to the front. Because what happens is everybody rushes the gates, they all come in, and then all of a sudden, literally within 5 minutes of the park opening, like it's an hour, 2-hour wait for like Avatar, 2.5-hour wait, 10 minutes after the park was open.
Wow.
Right?
Ah,
2.5 hours.
on that concrete. Did they have spray fans?
None.
No.
No, and so it's funny because the lines are social distanced, right? So you have to be 6 feet apart. So that line was just wrapping. So you get to Avatar and you're like, where does the line end? And there's a lady with a sign like way far away. So you have to weave through the park to find the end of the line. And we were going like back where the gates are, where the dumpsters are behind. You know what I'm saying? Like it weave through all like the little nooks and cranny of Disney to people, which was kind of a cool experience to me because some areas that you'd never stand in, like the gates leading to the dumpsters, right, had like the line weaving back and forth in it, so you're standing there for 40 minutes, and you're like, this is a part of Disney I never would have seen.
Right.
I mean, they still have the dumpsters like sectioned off so you can't see them, except for all the workers opening the gates and stuff, because that's kind of the magic of Disney. There's no like cords or no dumpsters. There's the like you can't even see the workers move from point to point. That's the magic of Disney. But when you have a line like that, you kind of see behind the scenes a little bit. So I thought that was kind of cool. I'm kind of the behind the scenes kind of guy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Maybe I'm just bored after waiting in line for an hour.
Do you know what tomorrow is?
What's that?
First day of spring. Thank God, thank God, thank
Really?
God. I can't wait for my favorite flowers. Spring is here. Oh, it's about time, huh?
Yeah, April showers.
I am on every wait list in the state of Florida to get the Johnson & Johnson so I can go see my parents. I can't go. I haven't been there in over 2 years because of the coronavirus. So
come to Texas. I guess they're just handing them out like crazy over here in Collin County.
wow. I waited online for an hour for the Publix, and it just kept going. Nope, 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 nope. Finally, it was all full. It's like, gotta wait next week.
Oh no, that is weird, huh?
It is so weird that they supposedly have enough vaccines, but I'm not getting one, and I need one.
Yeah. Did you see what was it? Is it true that the vice president of Pfizer that retired says that the vaccine causes something? I don't know. I was reading a story that if you're a young woman, you shouldn't get it. I was like, that's weird. I don't know.
I did not hear that.
So I have a Google News that I always look at, right? And the thing about Google is that it's always listening to you, right? Everything that you talk about.
Buddy.
Everything. Like, we've been talking about Disney a lot. Like, 2/3 of my news stories are nothing but Disney, right?
Oh, yeah.
Disney Plus, The Mandalorian, the new Mickey Mouse thing. Like, literally anything related to Disney is now on my feed. And we're also concerned about getting Corona while we're there, right? So we talked about Corona a lot. So now 1/3 of my news feed is, Corona this, Corona that, Pfizer this, Merck that. You know what I'm saying? It's anything that is reasonably related to it. So I was flipping through Google News and I just noticed that article and I was like, finally not Disney, but that's interesting. So anyhow.
What was the best restaurant you ate at in Orlando?
So I'm a big fan of Indian food, and I ate at a restaurant that I can't pronounce, and it's at the Animal Kingdom, and it is really good. I got the smoked chicken on a bed of vegetables, and it was so good. Like
And
I
that was
loved
in
it.
the Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom. Yep.
I
Yeah.
saw pictures of you on Facebook at Epcot too.
I loved Epcot. The nice thing about Epcot is that so we had a lot of young kids. That was actually better than a Magic Kingdom
Oh, that's good.
because yes, because Epcot is kind of like the older, like there's more people there that had gone there for like the bars and stuff, right? And because you could drink in Germany and then go over to Italy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the lines for the rides were super reasonable because a lot of people weren't. So we were riding ride after ride after ride after ride at Epcot. Yes, we did a little hang glider one. It was fantastic. The spinny one, not for this guy. Like, whew, yeah. But we had a lot of fun because the pole there wasn't necessarily the rides. It was, all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, um,
Yeah.
whereas the Magic Kingdom, all there was to do were the rides, right? No
Yeah.
shows, no characters, no anything. So those rides, filled out. The only ride that you could get on in a reasonable time was the Carousel of the Future, which I
Uh,
thought, which I thought was interesting because I'm a nerd. But the kids were like, "Really, Dad? Really?"
boring, Dad. I did love the hang gliding ride when it would mist and you would smell the snow in the mountains,
Yes,
and then it would
yeah,
rain on you from somewhere, the rainforest.
yes, yes. The kids loved Epcot because at least the day that we were there on a Wednesday, and there were very few children there
Uh-huh.
comparatively. Like you go to Magic Kingdom and it's nothing but little kids.
Right.
Like maybe 10% adults or people going on a date. Some people were getting like wedding pictures in front of it. I was like, okay, wedding party, Disney World, why not?
Yay.
So, right?
Why not? Have Mickey Mouse be your who is that officiator?
Right?
The guy who marries you says the words.
Yeah, it was just like a professional photographer, and they were standing in front of Cinderella's castle. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Cinderella's castle.
Oh wow, that would be cool. You know
Right?
where I'm getting married?
Disney World. Yes. Graceland, really?
Yes, Myra paid
Nice.
$18 for a magazine. Well, I'll probably go to Vegas for my first time in my life and go see Elvis.
The impersonators there are fantastic.
Really?
Yeah.
The
We,
impersonators? Uh,
yeah.
oh, I can't wait to
Yeah.
go see a show. That would be so cool.
It's funny because my kids don't even know who Elvis is.
I
Aside
know.
from going to Graceland and stuff, they're like, Dad, is that old song? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys, it shows my age because I love my Elvis.
Yeah, back when people actually sang rather than computer generated voice, like computer manipulated voices, right? And back
Yeah,
when people had some style and talent, right? It seems like now people are going for the "oh" effect, right? Like
right.
crazy hair and weird makeup and all that other crap,
And
right? It's
raw
music,
meat dress.
right?
Raw
Right?
meat, who, Lady Gaga.
Oh, there was something. There's another one that I don't even know the name of the singer. I'm dating myself here. Carly B or Carrie B or something like that. And I was like, that's a musician for kids. Like I was like, oh man, I wouldn't let my kids. I don't care what she sings. She could sing gospel. I don't care. I'm never gonna let my kids like watch any of her videos or any of her songs or anything because I saw just one clip and I was like, oh my gosh, like, ugh, that was disgusting. So demeaning to women. I was like, wow. And my young women, I don't want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I want them to be I want them to be classy, not look like, cyber.
Barbie, Madonna.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
so demeaning to women. I mean, I don't get it. I want, having young women, I want them to be classy. Like, I feel like Americans, we've kind of gotten away from being classy, having manners, being respectful, dressing nicely. You know what I'm saying? Not,
don't you dare mention those pants to your knees.
oh, no, I don't mind like those things, but wearing, silver cone bras, like really? I'm not kidding. Like all I saw was one clip because they're super popular. The singer, and I was like, oh my gosh, and the
Yeah.
things that she was doing, I was like, oh, somebody turned that off. Like, yeah, I don't want my kids seeing that nonsense.
I love people watching. It's so much fun to go to a festival, go to Disney. I just watch what people wear, what they look like, and how they color their hair.
Right, right. Yeah, it's crazy because most people look normal, but then there are the people who are just, I don't know if they're lonely and desperate for attention, but like they have the purple spiked hair and the a whole bunch of rings through there and then something with their nose plug, and I'm like, man, this that person must be lonely. Like they need some attention. Somebody give that person some attention, please. Give them some attention.
Go give them a hug.
Yeah, they need to not give Pooh Bear a hug. Give that dude a hug, right? Unless he's a creeper. But
There you go. Well, I'm glad you had a great time in Orlando, Florida. Beautiful weather here, everybody. You ready to buy? You better call me.
yeah, get a little,
For a loan, call David. Right there's his number.
get a little second loan or second home outside of Disney. Oh my goodness, you could Airbnb that for a mint.
Yes, yes. Vacation rentals in Disney are awesome. That's 365 days a year that your Airbnb will stay occupied. Of course, the vacant cleaning and maintenance days you got to cut out, but other than being in Colorado or seasonal places like Virginia Beach during the
Hey,
winter, is it ever occupied?
right? Like I would definitely, especially if I lived in Florida, I would, because that's something you could drive to and just check on it, and it's super easy, and it would be filled constantly because we went in the off season and it's Corona, right? So we're thinking the park's going to be desolate, and like I was saying, we were shoulder to shoulder people, right? The hotels were booked. We had to stay off campus, and even the hotel that we stayed at, because it was in such close proximity to Disney, booked out. They didn't have any rooms available, right? The
Wow.
parks are booked out. Everything's completely booked up. And you figure this is the slow season. And we went the week before spring break, right? So it's not even spring break season. And everything's booked out. If you had a rental right there, you could just charge whatever you wanted right now because it was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, man, it's Corona. This park's gonna be empty. We're not gonna have to wait in line for anything. And then I got the Disney app, and it's like 2 hours, 30 minutes. What? Right? It's like, are you kidding me? Right?
No. Oh.
Right? So that's why I'd get a rental place, especially like if I lived anywhere near Orlando, within probably 3 to 5 hours of driving, I would probably pick up, 2, 3, 5, just little places I could Airbnb,
Yep.
close proximity to Disney, and then market it to all the people who want to stay at Disney.
Yep.
That's just me.
There's
I
a load of Airbnb, VRBO websites out there that will keep your vacation rental occupied. If you by chance are thinking of purchasing, let me know. I'll get you an awesome agent to help you buy in Orlando.
Yeah, you could literally market to big families like mine. 7 of us. If we stay on campus, we a lot of times we got to run 2 hotel rooms because of that, right? And if you had an Airbnb house with, say, a 3 or 4 bedroom house, 4 bedroom house would be perfect for like a family like mine. And
Kitchen, refrigerator, so much
yes,
convenient for your family. A washroom dryer inside. If you're staying a whole week, hello.
right? Because that would be huge too, and we could market it as savings because the Disney food isn't that expensive, right? So it's like $15 to $20 a plate, but it's
Right.
$5 for a bottle of Gatorade to go with it, right? And you drink like 5 bottles of Gatorade while you're there. So congratulations, that's $25 per person for 11 people. It adds up, right? If you got an Airbnb where you got your stock of Gatorade there, right? Then I mean, because you're in a legitimate house. I mean, man, that would save those travelers a bundle, and your investor would make out like a bandit.
Yep, they sure would. Investors do really well in Orlando and Kissimmee because of all the attractions and because people from all over the world are coming to Disney World and they want to stay where there's a kitchen, a refrigerator, a pool.
That's what we got, and we got a discounted rate on our hotel because we booked in the off season and through Costco, right? And it's
Uh-huh.
still for not even the complete week. We weren't even there a week. It was still $5,000. So imagine if you had a rental that's there and you're getting 5 grand a week. That's $20,000 a month. I
Ka-ching!
mean, right? It's just like ringing the
Right?
register. Now, of course, you'll have to hire somebody to go in and clean it, and you got to pay taxes and
Maintenance,
insurance
yeah.
on it. But dang, even if you're only making 15 grand a month on it, like, hello, retirement plan. Who wants to retire and live off of Social Security? That's not going to be there,
Oh
right?
man.
I would call Myra and say, "Hey, Myra,
Hey,
even if I made 5 grand a month off of these properties and only rented them 1 week a month, right? Myra, I want 4 of these properties. I'll pay them off in no time with all the extra income coming in from them, right? If I was close by, I'm half tempted to do it, even though y'all are 20 hours away from me. um, but
hey,
I'm still half tempted to do it by just seeing how desirable it was to be there. You
right.
know,
365 days a year, you're going to stay occupied with your vacation rental. And you can help with the financing, right, David?
oh yeah, I love Florida financing. If they give me like a week for free, I'll hook them up. No, I'm just kidding. Hey,
Hey, me too. I
I
can
might be one of I
stage
might
it
be one of your clients. You can run it to my family.
There you go.
um,
All right.
so I think we're good. We got some exciting stuff to talk about next week,
Yep.
and about how much Florida business is improving and how many people per week are looking in your area, Myra. So I think that's some cool stuff to talk about.
There are a load of people moving to Florida. Everybody's buying in Florida. I tell you what, it's hot. Yee. New construction. Nobody has any spec or inventory homes left.
On.
Yeah, and we have over 40, 50 builders just in Southwest Florida alone. But it's doing good. We're really doing good with the real estate market here.
Yeah, yep. That's why they're raising the rates, trying to slow that down.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah.
is it is just kind of gotten to the point where it's ridiculous now. We were talking about how it was busy 6 months ago. It's to the point where it's just silly. It's just silliness.
It's crazy, but it's good. Ride it while you can, everybody.
In the southern states, not so
Yeah,
much if you're up north, right? But the
right.
southern states, booming,
Good.
booming.
Wonderful. Well, time to say goodbye. Thank you for attending, for showing up, Dave. We've been doing this for what, over a year? Close
Yeah,
to it.
Yeah, we've gone through lots of good info. We should go back and rewatch some of the videos we did a year ago and laugh about like, man, rates were dropping back then.
So viewers, don't forget to give us a call if you have a question, you need an answer. And please like and share our videos. Support us, please.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I can't wait to see tomorrow. Here comes spring.
Yeah, woo!